Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of Views with Fox. Today we are going to get right into the New Balance FuelCell Rebel V2. Alright, so let's get in. So, this specific shoe right here, I've been talking about it all week. I've been mentioning it. It's specifically built for your everyday running. I mean, literally, you can do it every day, built for tempo runs. So much I can say and will say about this specific shoe right here. So just getting into it right here, it is a very lightweight outsole rubber right here with the FuelCell. You can see I can literally, it's so plush, I can push my finger into that. So good thing about that, man, this FuelCell technology, you can see how it goes from like New Balance to FuelCell right there. It's actually pretty dope. But this FuelCell, man, it gives you similar feeling to like your Ultra Boost, or with Nike, you know how they have their baby with Under Armour, they have their baby hover technology. So all those like soft, like plush outsoles that a lot of these companies give, this right here is definitely competing with those for sure, 100%. The next part that we're going to address or talk about is the tongue and the upper. I mean, I talk about it all the time with shoes. You know, when I first seen these, I was a little scared and a little skeptical because the way that this inside tongue is, it's not actually like built in the way a lot of shoes that I'm so used to. So I'm like, oh man, I'm seeing it for the first like time. I'm thinking this tongue is gonna slide all over the place. But no, man, like for real, with this tongue, it gives you a really good lockdown feel, especially with the laces. Once you tie them up, it literally keeps your foot secure and it molds to how your foot is. Going back to the cushioning real quick, the good thing about these is these shoes are 7.2 ounces. I mean, they are light as hell. Like, you are really going to feel like you're moving in these. But the good thing is that there's so much energy return in this FuelCell technology right here in this outsole. And it's plush. It's plush. It feels like a cloud on the bottom of your foot, man. It really does. And then just to address this traction pattern right here, this is their endurance traction. This is what they're called. I mean, you got your, you know, I know Under Armour very well, but you got your Under Armour, you know, they call that abrasion rubber. So everybody's going to have their own like rubber and traction pattern and call it, you know, something different. This is just for more grip when you're out there on those, you know, runs, getting it in. So you don't like slip and fall and stuff like that. It's not going to have the same traction pattern that you would normally get on your like trail running shoes, but it has a really good traction pattern. You can see the triangles right here, the reverse triangles, really just in case if you know you get in the mud, it really gives you the opportunity to really like get through that. And again, the rest of this is like really plush. So this is kind of, you know, not hard, but it's a harder rubber. And then this right here is really, really plush. Again, it's a really good everyday shoe, everyday miler. It has a 6mm stack height. So most shoes are anywhere, most of your running shoes are anywhere between 4 to 8. So it's kind of in that middle range. I'm going to address rotations in a little bit. That's going to be another video that I do after this. You know, spice it up, do something different. But the next thing I really want to talk about, because I just addressed all the good things about this shoe, the big major downside is even though it is your everyday shoe, I would not recommend this for your marathon shoe. I mean, this is something that you have in your rotation that's going to be your training shoe to get you prepared for a marathon, but they have an actual marathon racing shoe that is similar looking to this. if you are a New Balance person or you just want to try something different, I would recommend those for your marathon shoe, because most of these new marathon shoes that are like coming out and going on in these different brands, a lot of these brands have what is called a nylon plate, and the nylon plate is that energy return that a shoe like this is not going to give you for those 26 miles that you're out there running for, you know. It just doesn't have it. All it has is that FuelCell mesh, and then that traction pattern in there, and then this mesh upper, you know, that's going to give you that lockdown feel. But once you start hitting those 16, 18, you know, 20 miles where you're going to need that nylon plate that's going to be there and give you that energy return and be very responsive for you, you're going to start breaking down for sure, 100%. So again, if you are looking for an everyday runner or a high tempo usage runner to put in your rotation, I highly recommend this New Balance FuelCell Rebel V2. Great, amazing shoe. I have a little bit over 25 miles in these so far. I look forward to just putting in more miles in these, just getting in more runs. But now, to address what I was talking about, my next video is going to be rotations. Now, I addressed in the last video I did, which was a short, you know, little video where I was talking about rotations. With running more, getting more into the running community and understanding that it's more than just your one shoe, everyday shoe, that you get to a point where you start to need a shoe that's going to be your training shoe, shoe that's going to be your speed shoe, shoe that's going to be your racing shoe. I obviously been doing these videos, so I've been stacking up a couple of shoes that are good for, you know, those different, you know, days. Again, if you're doing high tempo everyday work, this is a great shoe for you. But if you want a speed shoe or a racing shoe, this may not be that shoe. It is a great shoe to put in that rotation, for sure. But, you know, this isn't going to be that, you know, marathon shoe. You can use it for half marathons for sure, because it's not going to break down that way. But again, I mean, if you're running a half or a full, you're most likely going to have that racing shoe that has that nylon plate in it that's going to give you that great energy return and be very, very responsive that you're looking for. This is great for 3 to 13, you know, miles out on the run. You can maybe push 15, but if you're doing anything longer, I highly recommend like running in those shoes for those long runs that have that nylon plate that's going to give you that great energy return. Unless you're doing a practice run outside and you're not really going for a specific time and you're not really getting prepared for a race, you're just trying to do, you know, miles and get in the miles, then yeah, for sure, you know, you'd be good with these. But if you're really looking for, you know, a racer and you're trying to train up for a half or a full, this is the everyday, but it's not that marathon shoe. So just know that. And we're going to end it with that. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes. Again, look out for episode 5, because episode 5 is going to be where I start to address rotations and why it's important to have different types of running shoes in your rotations and different brands, or same brands but different shoes that do different things for whatever workout or whatever day that you're doing. So I'm not sure when I'm going to put that out, but we're definitely going to address that, and we're going to, you know, start addressing things outside of just, you know, oh, this shoe that's coming up. You're really going to start giving you guys more running information outside of that. So look out for that.